my life chasing the excitement of the unknown. You know, that feeling in your gut when you don't really know where to start, in those moments where you think, I don't know if I want to cry or throw up. I live for those moments. I know it's weird, and for a while I actually got caught up in trying to be normal. I earned 3 degrees, I bought a nice house in a nice neighborhood, I got a good job, but I was dying on the inside. So in 2015, I left it all behind in search of a life more lived. I bought one-way tickets for me and my teenage daughter to go to a place I'd never been, to do I didn't even know what yet. During our time abroad, we explored more than 60 cities in 15 countries across 4 continents. I've ridden camels through a palmery, ATV through deserts, and whipped through the streets of Cairo in a van with no seatbelts or doors. You're like, whoa, I don't know about that. It gets better, y'all. I have been led by Moroccan soldiers through Spanish territory mountains to a hidden beach and had to hover and pee off the edge of a cliff. I've been searched for bombs, apprehended by undercover police officers while walking across a country border within a country. Literally the definition of living my best life. Yeah. These experiences abroad changed the way I view the world and my place in it. Last year, while the world was paralyzed by COVID-19, I organized and mobilized to love on my city. I set out to establish a community fridge to serve anyone who needed it, free food. This idea, I can't claim to be original, but for me it was rooted in the premise that eating healthy daily meals shouldn't be a privilege. I'm glad some of you agree with me. Thank you. But I quickly realized that nobody knew what the hell a community fridge was, and they thought I was insane for wanting to put a fridge outside. I couldn't change the fact that people thought I was crazy. I mean, because face it, they were right. But what I could do was try to help them better understand what I wanted to do and why. So I created a small pitch deck that provided an explanation that a community fridge is simply a regular refrigerator, just like you have in your house, set outside to provide free food for anyone, for the community, from the community. The pitch deck also illustrated, like, theoretically how a community fridge would work and examples of existing community fridges in New York, the only ones I knew of at the time. And what do you know, it worked. The first location to co-sign on my crazy idea and become a free 99 fridge host was right here in the West End. I met Corey of Best End Brewing on a Thursday, and on Friday I moved in and started building. And they gave me keys, so they're extra crazy. My kind of people. Once I confirmed that first location, the rest were downhill. In 3 months' time, I had 3 community fridge locations, and by November, I had 6 free 99 fridge locations throughout Atlanta. Thank you. Thank you. Now, 13 months since founding Free 99 Fridge, we've hosted almost 100 of community events. We have nearly 18,000 people following us on Instagram, and I'm known by some people as that fridge lady. Some of you called me that fridge lady and coming in here earlier. But all of our fridges are located outside of local businesses, and they are open 24/7, 365 for anyone who needs them. Anyone can put food in at any time, and anyone can take food out, no questions asked. Currently, our fridges are filled and emptied every 1 to 2 hours, all day, every day. So there's a lot of need out there, and we rely on community contributions through our Venmo, Cash App, GoFundMe, and Patreon accounts to fund grocery shopping trips every now and then to boost our fridges a little bit. We also have relationships with local growers and farmers to get their harvest excess that they have to share in our community fridge network. And of course, we strongly encourage regular folks from the community to take ownership of these solidarity fridges and make regular food contributions just as a part of your daily lives. If you're going to the grocery store to get grocery for your family, grab an extra carton of eggs or a gallon of milk and just pop it in the fridge on your way home. Every little bit helps. And lastly, a large part of what we do is partnering with local businesses to rescue any leftover food that they might have to share with our neighbors in need while eliminating food waste. According to a 2010 USDA report, in America, we waste 133 billion pounds of food. 133 billion. And do you know what the number one cause of death was in America last year, 2020? Any guesses? Dang it, y'all. No, you're supposed to say COVID or cancer or it wasn't COVID, it wasn't cancer. In 2020, in America, the wealthiest country in the world, the number one cause of death was hunger. Free 99 Fridge, our community fridges represent the challenges that we must overcome as a society while being the manifestation of what's possible when we all do a little. You see, I believe in the power of people. We already have everything we need to change this in and for our communities. The impact that our grassroots initiative is having right here in our city is undeniable. I've had people tell me that Free 99 Fridge was the best thing to happen to them in 2020. I mean, granted, that's a low bar because 2020 was a rough year, but it still counts. We've had members and volunteers confide that they suffer from anxiety and depression, and some days our fridges were the only thing that could get them out of bed. Shoppers, or fridge friends as we like to call them, express extreme gratitude for the care that we give them, and they often credit us with improving their lives. I'll never forget the man who shared that if it wasn't for us, he would have already killed himself. Or the neighbor who told me her neighbor was in jail, and so she comes to our fridges to get food for the kids that were left behind. Or the unhoused man who said, sometimes he's not even hungry. He just comes to our fridges because we're so nice and we always talk to him. I now understand that Free 99 Fridge is so much bigger than food, and it matters to so many people. I have a deeper experience with food insecurity and the government policies that allow this issue to remain prevalent in our communities. Through this work, I know food insecurity to be a complex and overlapping issue that was only exacerbated due to the global pandemic. My mission is to promote empathy and audacity by sharing perspective. So, despite the fact that I am often unsure, sometimes resentful, and never not tired, I won't give up on Free 99 Fridge. This is my contribution to creating change in my community. The famed revolutionary Che once said, "A true revolutionary is guided by strong feelings of love." These feelings of love are the guiding principles behind the revolutionary movement that is Free 99 Fridge. Our community fridges take these loving feelings and transform them into concrete actions towards not just a few people, but rather towards humanity. Our daily collective activism exemplifies radical humanism. Free 99 Fridge is a food fight for justice in our city. Join us.